and welcome to Flavourful Eats. Today we have Bella Kaul being my cook for the day, my guest, and her husband Sanjay Kaul.
Namaste.
Welcome.
Hi Hamsha, thank you. Thank you for inviting me. Nice being here, and
we are making Kashmiri food
Kashmiri food, definitely. And today I'll be making a supper, which we start with the appetizer, and then we'll make Dum Aloo, then we'll make Nadur Yakhean, which is lotus root and a yogurt sauce, and then we'll make apple and eggplant. And after that we'll make a Daikon, it's a white radish, we'll make a chutney of it, and then green tea, which is called Kehwa. And before that, it all goes with the rice. And before that, we should make rice first, because it takes little time. So, should we start?
Yes, please do. So, this is the rice, you're using a rice cooker. So, you've already washed 2 cups of rice.
I have washed the rice, 2 cups of rice, thoroughly washed. And I'm going to put 4 cups of water in there.
So, normally it's 1:2, but Bella's got a very nice way of working it out. So, do you want to show?
Yes, this is what I measure with my hand. It's very typical. I put in the water, it has to be in the middle of the second line here. The water has to come up there.
And the finger touches right at the bottom of the pot.
Yeah.
And do you put salt in your rice?
No,
or no?
not.
Okay,
No,
so now this is where the husband comes in handy,
yes,
right?
so now
thank you.
My role is to help at home as well as everywhere she goes.
Very nice. There you go. So next one you're doing the lotus
next one
root.
we'll do lotus root, and this is lotus root, and you can get it from Indian store, Patel Brothers, you can get it from Russo's or any Chinese market. And this is it's full of iodine, actually, very good for health.
Yes.
And we cut. I have already cut into small pieces. This is how I have just shredded it into small. So I'll put those in here.
So you want to tell us a little story? Do you know the story of the lotus and also the Kashmiri?
Yes. The thing about lotus root is that Kashmir is a place that has lots of lakes, and one of the largest lakes in Asia is in Kashmir. Okay. And the lotus root is grown in those lakes. It actually grows at the bottom in mud, and then the stem grows up above the water, and then you get the lotus flower that is on the top of the water. And you take these roots, and the key is to clean them well, and then it's very rich in lots of nutrients.
Very nutrition.
So I'm going to put some rice flour in it, just to have a good consistency on it.
Right. So Bella is using some rice flour, some paprika, some salt.
Yes.
Some fennel seeds, crushed fennel seeds.
No, I think it's mint.
Mint
powder.
Mint, okay,
just
mint
to give
powder.
it a good flavor. A little pepper.
And we provide all the recipes for these ones, and she will show us how to clean the lotus root as well. And you know, if we just walk down Concord, there's actually right now the lotus will be flowering right now. It's beautiful out there.
So a little bit of mint, just to give it a good flavor.
Okay, crushed mint. Yes, if you want to use fresh mint, you can use fresh mint, but in this case, you use
I'm doing. And usually, we don't put any color, but I'll put just a drop of food color.
Red food color.
And then we mix it with water.
So the nice thing about the rice flour, it will make it crunchy, correct?
Very crisp and crunchy.
Yes. See how simple, and yet it will be so nutritious.
Yeah.
Did you try this in your air fryer anytime?
I did once. I did. Yeah, my kids love it.
So that's the way to go if you really want to be healthy.
Yeah.
Looking out for
I know air fryer has become so.
Two things about these is once you deep fry them, you can eat them hot, or you can just leave them aside and then air fry them anytime you want.
Oh yes, heat it.
Heat it, and then it comes out crispy as usual.
So you did not pre-parboil it or anything, right? It's directly just chopped up and put in the water.
So the best thing about lotus root is you buy in a bulk, and you can save it for weeks.
Yes.
In a container, put water in it, and put in a refrigerator. And every 2-3 days you can change water, and it really stays fresh.
Fresh, yeah.
Because it grows in water, so.
Yes.
Small batch of lotus root. Very simple and easy. to make. It's a delicacy of Kashmir, the lotus root.
For the seasoned cooks.
Yeah.
But without starting, you'll never get that way, right? Everything comes with practice.
Yeah.
Of course.
So how long it normally takes to fry approximately?
5-10 minutes.
Okay.
It depends on the kind of stove.
Yeah.
So since this is an induction stove, so this probably is quicker. There's a story with the lotus root. So one of the saint poetesses of Kashmir, her name is Laldet. So her in-laws were very strict on her because she was always meditating and she was a spiritual person.
Yes.
And her mother-in-law asked her to make take the cotton and make a small thread, the thinnest possible thread out of it. And while she was trying to make it, her mother-in-law was never satisfied. She would criticize her that it's not thin enough.
Yes.
Thin enough. So she one day, just out of sheer frustration, she took all her work and threw it in the lake. Because the lotus, when you cut it, you have a small thread that comes up. So our grandma would say, it's her thread that is in the lotus now. So these are the folk stories
nice.
that relate and connect with Kashmir.
This is now looking nice
Yes.
and crisp.
Nice and crisp. Now look at the color. Looks so crunchy and crispy. So it's ready. And I put this on this paper towel. It will absorb all the oil.
Yes, we put the paper towel to absorb the oil.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you could use a colander too, right?
Yeah.
If you, yeah. Amazing. What unassuming vegetable can turn out to be. We have the wrong spoon, right?
Nice and crispy.
Nice and crispy for
and
sure.
crunchy. And I am sure it tastes yummy.
Next, we're going to make Dum Aloo.
Dum Aloo.
So Dum Aloo is, we use middle size baby, not baby potatoes, middle size red potatoes, and they come out really good, soft. And what we do usually, we have to boil them.
Right.
Either you can boil them in a pot, or quicker way, what I do, I put them in a plastic bag which has no holes in it. I'll put them in there, all 4 of them.
So you don't pierce it or anything, just like
No,
that you put it?
we just pull them airtight, and I'm going to put them in a microwave for 7 minutes. Okay, so what I'm going to do next, I'll make a curry. Once the potatoes are ready, we'll peel them and fry them, deep fry them, and put them in a curry.
gravy,
Yes.
yeah.
So for curry, we need all these spices. Let's go with the spices first. So we have black cardamoms, we have ginger powder, we have fennel powder, we have cloves, we have cumin seeds, paprika, salt, and bay leaves, cinnamon sticks. Those we'll be using in the curry. And we have black cardamoms. I have already crushed them into small pieces, and we'll be use those ones in the oil.
And I think what you missed is this is the
This will
typical
go on
thing.
top. It's a garam masala, but in Kashmir we call it var.
Okay, but there must be a difference between ver and
Yes.
garam masala.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a mixture of all the spices here, and and the oil in it, and you make a paste of it,
Okay.
and you make a round tikki kind of
Yes.
round ball, and you dry it. So we'll start with the curry. The stove is on, right, and we put a little oil in it. I'm going to put some cumin seeds in it. A little asafoetida.
Asafoetida,
Hing,
yeah.
That gives a strong flavor, good for stomach. I'm going to put a couple of cloves and black cardamom powder. These are crushed. Them.
Black cardamom.
Black cardamoms.
Bay leaves.
And some bay leaves. Okay, now I'm going to put a little bit of yogurt in it. Just 1 spoon. That gives a little good color.
And tang too, I'm assuming. That forms the gravy.
It forms a little bit of gravy. And now I'm going to use paprika.
Or Kashmiri
Like a
powder.
Kashmiri chili powder.
some people use paprika and some use Kashmiri chili powder. Kashmiri chili powder gives that punch, whereas paprika just gives the same color but not the punch.
Okay.
The difference is when they ground it, and the Kashmiri chili powder, they ground it with the seeds.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And seeds give you the punch.
Yes,
I have to put
absolutely.
some cinnamon sticks in it. Okay, now we'll put, I think, fennel powder. Couple of spoons. Fennel powder is very good for digestion.
Very, very good for
Very
digestion.
good for digestion.
Normally get it to eat after a meal to help your food
Yes,
digest.
yes. And I'm going to put a little bit of water right now, just a bit. And then this is ginger powder, very little because it's very strong. It gives a very. Now we'll wait for potatoes and then we'll fry them. The potatoes are ready, so we're going to peel them. So once you're done, you poke it with the.
Oh, after it's done.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Then you get all the nutrients. I mean, all the gravy going into it, right? And all the.
Yeah.
The Dum Aloos, you're supposed to fry it in a very low heat.
Okay.
Become a crisp red ball, but they should be frying.
In the interest of time, we're doing it a little faster. So, Bella, to me, this looks like it's really crunchy.
It's all crunchy, red. Look at this. It looks like a tennis balls.
Yes.
Crisp. So I'm going to put them
More
in
like
a sauce, which is already boiling.
Golf balls.
Golf balls. Yeah. So they'll be boiling in there. So I'm going to boil it for high for like 5 minutes on high boil, and then I will lower it, simmer it for like 10-15 minutes. And after that, they'll be ready to go. Yes, so next one I'm going to make eggplant and green apple.
Okay.
It's called Chunth Wangun. Chunth is apple, Wangun is eggplant.
Eggplant.
So this is green. You can use Granny Smith apple or you can use Macintosh apple. But this one comes, yes, and this one, but this one I like. It really comes out very good. And eggplant, I always use the purple top one.
Okay, we always leave it down and point.
You could use any of the eggplants or any of the apples. It depends on your taste.
Taste, yeah.
If you want a little bit
Sweet.
sweet, then
Yes.
you can pick any Macintosh or something else. But otherwise,
And I
Granny
use
Smith.
green chili also in there. So I have already cut them into. So I'm going to deep fry the eggplants.
Okay.
So each apple is cut into 4 pieces. And the eggplant, you can, the piece has to be like 3 inches long and an inch thick, like she has the ones. That's the way you
Since
cut
the oil is hot, so we're going to put these in there. And they come out really quick.
So this doesn't need to be crunchy, just needs
No,
to be
no,
cooked.
no, just little bit.
Just to be cooked.
You know, because eggplant has a very different kinchy taste. So when you fry it, that taste goes away.
Yes. So this is looking like it's nice.
Yes, yes, we can take it out. You can put it in
It's
this.
looking golden.
Yes.
Didn't take that long to fry.
No, it doesn't take that long.
This is how you do it. While somebody takes out one, other puts another one.
Yeah. That's how it's a teamwork.
That's how it's a teamwork. Absolutely.
Yes. Okay, now the Dum Aloos are ready. They're boiling. I'm
They're
going to
really
put
boiling.
Yeah.
It's a roaring boil.
So now what I'm going to do, I'll put some garam masala in it. It's hot.
Yes.
The Kashmiri word.
Masala wur. It's like this.
Take a piece of it.
Take a piece and I grind it a little bit.
Crush it a
Crush
little
it and make it a little powder, a teaspoon, and it gives a really, really good flavor.
You can smell it. So you're completely done with oil?
Yes, I'm going to put a little oil. Yes, we can turn it off. Okay, this is done. This is masala we'll put on top.
Oh, let's look at that.
And these same masala I'll use for eggplant and this thing.
Okay.
I'll leave it like that. And I'm going to put a lid on that
Put
too.
the lid on again. There you go.
That way the flavor stays in.
Yes, there we go.
Now I'm going to make apple and eggplant dish. We fried the
Okay.
eggplant. Now, what we will do, we'll put very little oil, like a teaspoon of oil in it. Yeah, because eggplant has already lots of oil in it,
Yes.
and it absorbs lots of oil,
Right.
of oil. So, I'll just put a little bit, like a 2.5 teaspoon of oil. And once it's little hot, I'm going to put cumin seeds. We're going to use cumin seeds in it, and we'll use red chili powder, Kashmiri mirchi, and we'll use little bit of fennel powder and cloves. That's it.
Okay.
And now, since
ready,
it's getting hot, we're going to put a little bit of.
Okay. Just right for you.
I'm going
Let
to
me
add.
hold it right here because you're moving it and the camera has to move with it. There we go.
I'm going to put apple, and I'm going to put usually when you make apple and eggplant, you don't put tomatoes in it.
Right.
It's my own recipe. I really put a little bit of tomato. It gives a little bit of flavor in it.
Okay. Gives a,
little
it'll give it a
pinch.
sting.
Yes.
Tang.
And thickness to the gravy.
Yes.
Yes.
This is such a quick dish.
So this is a unique thing because you're cooking a fruit and a
it's a
vegetable together.
Yes.
One tomato, chopped one tomato.
Right. I just chopped up one tomato, right.
That's one tomato. Yeah, one more thing we have to add is hing.
Hing. Do you add, does it make a difference you add it in oil or add it like this?
It doesn't, yeah. In oil also you can put, and here just, and in oil gives a very good.
That's quite a generous
yes.
serving of it, yes? Yes, that's what I like, the
Yes.
smell of that. So you don't use curry leaves as much?
We don't use only the kadhi pata you call, right?
Yes,
no,
yes,
no.
yes.
Because it's not grown in Kashmir.
Yes, because it's cold.
It's not grown in Kashmir.
It's cold, right?
Only bay leaves.
Yes, I see that's quite, but you had that.
But not in this one.
See, it's so nice that we got this regional food, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and it's so different. Each part of India is so different.
Correct. India is such a diverse country, so many cultures, so many different cuisines across the length and breadth of the country. And what makes Kashmiri food special is usually it's very sattvic.
Yes, I'm noticing.
Because she mentioned we don't use the onions
Yes,
and the
and
garlic.
garlic.
The reason being that the onions and the garlic actually stimulates your nervous system, and because the people were more spiritual in Kashmir, and they don't want the stimulation of your nervous system,
Right.
because they want the purity of thought.
Yes.
That means connecting your body, soul and mind in one, so you can focus and not be stimulated by external elements. So that's why you don't use anything that is a stimulant.
Okay, now I'm going to put some salt.
Salt to taste.
Salt to taste, yeah.
So now you got it like almost off, you know that, right?
Yeah, because it was getting.
Overcooked.
The apple has to be little because it gets
Crunchy.
cooked very quickly.
Yes, I see that.
And then I'll put some paprika,
Or Kashmiri chili powder.
Kashmiri chili powder.
If you go to an Indian store, you find it
You
always.
get it. Oh, everything from Patel Brothers or any Indian store, you'll get it.
If the audience is non-Indian, then they probably are more familiar with paprika.
Yeah.
And few cloves.
Yes, putting a few cloves into that.
Yes.
And then
the
it
typical
is
thing about Kashmir is the ground
fennel
fennel
powder.
powder,
Yes.
Yes.
and the ginger powder. Probably you don't use that way in the Punjabi belt of India
Yeah.
or the southern belt of India.
Yes, Southerners don't use fennel, but I do.
Yes, yes.
I like that flavor of fennel.
Kashmiri food is basically all Kashmiri mirchi, fennel
Okay.
powder,
Kashmiri mirchi
And
means
where?
Kashmiri chili
Kashmiri
powder.
chili powder.
Yes.
Usually in Kashmir we use very spicy and hot, but
Yes,
now
yes.
anymore.
Not anymore?
Not, I mean now
I mean, we
don't.
having lived
Yes,
here
yes,
in this
yes.
country,
Yes.
you're
not spicy ones.
Yes.
you're not that back home you eat hot chili powder and all.
Okay, now I can put some water in it.
There's water right here.
You can put a little bit.
You tell me this. More?
Little more, that's it. Okay, once it starts boiling, this one boil,
you'll add your eggplant to it.
then we'll put eggplant in it. Okay, the apple is ready. It's all boiling. You can see how green and red color looks so pretty.
Yes.
And now we'll add eggplant to it.
Okay.
Okay, this is, just stir it nicely so that it soaks in a little bit of water. Okay, so it's almost ready. Now I'm going to put that masala, the garam masala on top. And I need green chili. And green chili really gives a very, very good flavor.
So I see this is a different type of green chili that you use.
Yes, not spicy. Yes.
Oh, okay, because of the less spice.
It's not spicy one.
Okay. So one can use any chili powder, chili you want.
Chili, but it has to be not small one. That like it should be visible.
So jalapeno
yes.
or one of those.
Jalapeno, yes, yeah.
Okay.
It depends. If you like spice, you can do spicy jalapeno one. You can do. So how I put it has to be very. It has to stay like that, right? Like this.
All right, now you have your apple and your eggplant and you're ready for your cheese.
Now I'm going to put Dum Aloo. Dum Aloos, and at the end we'll put chili. We can put Dum Aloos are ready to go.
There we go. That looks so sumptuous right there. So now we're going to be going to the next dish.
So next we'll be making lotus root yakni.
Okay,
Nadur
right
yakni. That is in a milk yogurt.
Okay.
Yogurt sauce. So for that we need lotus root. Same. It's cut into like round pieces, and this is the fresh lotus root.
So do you want to slice that lotus root?
I'm gonna cut it.
See,
Sanjay, will you help me?
I will help you. The thing is, you have to take the roots of the lotus root out. You don't want them. So each stem has two sides, and you cut those off, and then with the peeler you peel the skin off. The not just the skin off. Then you have to kind of be careful about the lotus because it grows underwater in mud. There is always a possibility that there may be something. It has a hollow
dirt or something.
I will show you inside that you have to be careful that you rinse it under running water, that you clean everything off. So as you cut this thing, you wash it under running water.
Actually, this one is clean in
and
there.
this is clean inside for our viewers to look because it has these holes. So there is a possibility there may be something mud or something in there, but this one is clean. So once you rinse it under water, what she has already done here, and I want to point to that, she has made small round circles of that's how it is cut in these round shapes, and it has to be like ½ an inch thick. That's what you do, cut them of this thickness, about ½ an inch, round shape, and then you have to clean them. The ones here are already clean and ready to go for frying.
So usually what we had to just little bit of, not even fry, just to coat it with the oil. This one I'm going to put, it goes all the garam masala in, like zira.
Oh, okay. Cumin seeds?
Cumin seeds, yeah. And we'll put cloves, few cloves, and we'll put.
We are supplying recipes, so don't feel afraid or intimidated watching Bella putting all the spices just on our own.
Yeah, and we have crushed black cardamoms. And we have
The black cardamom give a little bit of a smoky flavor to that.
and we have cinnamon sticks.
Cinnamon sticks.
And I'm gonna have put the little bit of
Mint leaves.
no, this is
Oh, ilachi.
the ilachi cardamom.
Green cardamom
Green
crushed.
cardamom crushed.
Yes, you got green cardamom and you have the black cardamom.
And a hing.
Oh man, that's so flavorful and the smell is just so good.
Lotus root, yogurt. I need yogurt and sour cream. Fridge. We're gonna put water in it. And in this water, this goes only fennel powder.
You put the fennel powder.
Good fennel
later.
powder, yeah.
Okay.
High, like 2 or 3 spoons of fennel powder, and we'll put the ginger powder, very little, not much, and we can put salt to
To
taste. Yeah,
Important.
so it has to boil.
So in this one, you don't add red chili powder or the paprika.
So it just stays
It's in
white.
yogurt.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a yakni. So
Yakni means it is cooked in yogurt.
You can just smell all those flavors getting in together.
okay, I'm gonna cover it and let it boil for 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. Very quick dish to make.
Yes, I see that.
Now what we have to do, we have to put yogurt. We'll make a mix of yogurt. In India, in Kashmir, we used to put only yogurt, but here I put a little bit of sour cream, a little thickness.
But
I'll put like
in India, didn't you make your own yogurt?
yes,
Yes.
homemade. Here also I make always homemade yogurt.
Kashmiris love yogurt with every meal.
And yogurt has a saffron on it.
Oh, it's a very good probiotic. So.
Yes, absolutely. It-
Just 3-4 spoons of yogurt and 1 full spoon of
Oh, I guess
sour
you were
cream.
traveling, so you didn't have a chance to make your homemade yogurt for the show today.
correct. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But we just made sure that people who watch this are able to pick every ingredient from the store.
Store, yeah.
They don't necessarily have to make their own yogurt.
So in mixing it, I'm gonna put some mint powder in it. So we'll add a spoon of mint powder.
And even if you don't have mint powder, that's okay.
Fresh
Yes.
mint can work too, right?
Yes.
Such a good smell. Actually, in Kashmir, what we used to do, dry mint powder in yogurt and put a little salt and paprika
And
or
drink
mirchi
it.
and add as a raita.
Oh, yes, yes.
I think our lotus root is almost done. So I'm gonna put yogurt in it.
It's hot because
So it has yogurt, little mint powder,
and some sour cream.
and some sour cream.
Yumminess.
So this looks good.
You know what I just realized?
Mm-hmm.
This is a gluten-free meal.
Yeah, that's true.
There's no gluten in here, so anybody watching a gluten-free
Gluten-free
meal, you have it right here. And you have all different flavors.
Yes, and there is one more thing in lotus root yakni you can do. If you think the gravy is little thin, it's not that thick, you can put half a teaspoon of rice flour in it.
Rice
That
flour.
makes it thicker. But I think here where looks perfectly fine. We don't need, we'll just have it boil for like
See,
maybe.
that thickness also comes from the adding of sour cream.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we'll have it little boil, few boils, and it's ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the meantime, you're making your mooli
Okay,
chutney.
so next one is after eating that, all that kind of stuff, fried stuff, and we'll have a mooli ki chutney, which is like a raita. It's a
Right.
white radish, daikon, and you get it from again in the Indian store.
Actually,
or in a Chinese-
this is available everywhere.
everywhere.
You get it
yeah.
in Whole Foods, you get it in your CSA, you get it in just about any supermarket
Yes,
now.
Yes.
yeah. So what you have to do, you cut it, and you have to peel it.
So you cut off any roots if there are
Yeah.
any, and then peel it.
And you
Very
peel
easy
it.
to peel it. But
And-
before peeling, do definitely wash it.
Wash it, peel it, and then we have to grate it.
So those roots, you can put it in your garden, and you can get your daikon growing in your garden too. It grows in New England.
Actually, in Kashmir, we make a mooli ki chutney dish.
So you grate it and then you fry
We
it.
fry it.
Ah, so you're going to come back to another show.
That
with
one
more
is
of-
really, really
You're going to represent Kashmir very well.
Yes, definitely she does. It's her passion.
okay. This is all grated, and I'm going to cut the end part. And we'll grate it, right? The another yakni is ready, so I'm going to pour it into a dish. Give me a spoon. Okay, this is ready.
That's the lotus root in the
This is
yogurt
lotus root in the yogurt.
sauce.
Yogurt sauce.
Looks
And
delicious.
on
again.
top, you put kala zira.
Kala zira just to garnish it, right?
So now, did you first roast this or just directly?
No, just directly.
Directly, yeah.
Okay.
After eating all this stuff, we'll have a chutney, which is a white radish, daikon. So I'm going to mix
So it's
that.
already
It's
grated.
all grated, and I'm going to put that in a bowl. And once you eat it, whatever you have eaten, all gets digested.
Yes, the daikon and the probiotics. You got a powerhouse of nutrition
Yes, and
right there.
daikon actually is also good if you have kidney stone.
Yes, to help
Very good for it.
It helps to
eliminate it.
move it
Move it,
out.
move it,
Yes.
yes. It may
You can
give
use your
a-
hands, you can use your spoon, whatever you're comfortable with.
And the daikon may give you a little bit of a pungent smell, but you know what? It's all worth it for your health at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yes, but once you put some hari mirchi, green chilies in it,
Yes.
mint powder in it,
You don't even
salt, it really tastes yummy. I might need more, hold on.
So instead of regular plain salt and
Okay.
pepper, you're putting some green chilies, correct?
And put some chilies.
Green chilies, yeah.
You can put spicy chili if you want. If
Yes.
you like spicy.
It depends on your taste.
I like spicy.
You
Sanjay
want a
doesn't
kick,
like.
you can use hot
But
chili
also,
pepper, but if you're not, you can use something
Mild.
which is mild, yeah.
and you're cooking for your audience here, right? They all like mild food.
So I'm going to put some walnuts.
Walnuts give it a crunch.
Crunch.
If somebody wants a crunch, then you add walnuts. If you don't have to.
And, it
And
just
walnut is from
increase-
Kashmir also. We
Oh,
get
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
walnut has a
is grown-
story.
Walnuts actually definitely good for
Omega-3, brain
fruit.
health.
It's the thing is it also goes with like it's
Take some
brain
little
food.
more
Yes.
Yogurt.
So
Maybe
walnut
omega-3.
is brain food. You use the walnut wood to make furniture.
Oh, yes, yes.
Tables
Oh, yes.
and chairs and of walnut wood, and it is very
That's a
good
treat.
for wood carving. You make wall pieces and all
Oh,
from the
wow,
walnut
yes,
wood.
see, beautiful pieces. you
Okay,
get from
that looks
walnut.
good. I can put salt.
Again, salt to taste,
I usually put kala salt also if you want.
meaning the
Sea
Black
salt, you know,
salt.
black salt.
Black salt,
Kala
the
namak.
kala namak.
Kala
yeah,
namak.
It's
rock
black.
salt.
Kala
the
means
pink
black,
color.
Yeah.
and namak means
Salt.
right?
Yes.
Yeah. You can put mint powder, that gives a very good flavor and a color.
Or you can add fresh mint to it. Yeah.
I can understand why I prefer. I mean, even a lot of them use methi powder, right? Because Kashmiri is winter and you
Winter,
want to
6 months you have snow, everything is covered, you don't have fresh things. What we
Right.
do in Kashmir is you take the fresh things, you dry them, then powder them, and then use them in the
winter.
difficult times in winter.
Yes.
Even with the vegetables, we do that.
Ah, very nice.
I'm going to put a little kala zira.
And
Just
that-
to garnish it, yeah.
And that's the reason for using things like lotus root. They
Yes.
last a long time.
Yes, it lasts a long time. And it can be dried as well.
Yes.
So your muli chutney is all set to go. Last and the best is the Kehwa.
Yeah.
It's a green tea from Kashmir, and after food, when you have a cup of tea, oh, you are in heaven. It's so good. And what goes in there are green leaves, which are called Kehwa. Only in Kashmir you can get those. And goes saffron, cardamom, ground cardamoms. I have ground cardamoms and whole cardamoms, and I have almonds, cinnamon sticks, and of course brown sugar
For
and
taste.
water to taste. So what I'm going to do, I'll put the water is here. I'm going to put some 2-3 cups of water.
So basically almost 4 cups of water you
4
put in.
cups of
Yeah,
water.
depending
yeah.
on how many people you have. So
And then I'll put saffron, some saffron
Oh, that's
strings
nice.
in it.
see, Kashmir is known as the land of saffron. The saffron that we grow in Kashmir is of the highest quality.
Ah.
Yeah, so it
So you'll
gives
see
you
the-
beautiful color.
How the color changes and it'll be so pretty.
So it's like Thai green tea
Thai
with
green
the
tea.
real ingredients.
Yes, see the thing, what makes Kashmiri Kehwa special is you basically take the whole leaf and dry it. And the kind of antioxidants you find in that kind of tea are very rare. You don't even find in other green teas that you find around here. And another beautiful thing is because we live in Boston, and Boston is a cold place, so having this Kahwa tea in winter especially opens up
All
your
their congestion.
bronchitis,
Oh,
helps with the
okay.
congestion, it's good for your throat and cough.
Very nice. Very, very
And today we are making in a pot tea, but in Kashmir, the real way of making Kahwa is in a samavar. You call it a samavar. And Sanjay will explain how.
Yes, the thing is, in Kashmir, what you do is you take the water, and if you this samavar, this is a miniature version of the thing, but actually a working one. If you see the people could see, there is a space. This is where you put the water, and the hollow space in the center is connected to the bottom. You put coal in there and you light it up, so the coal, as it simmers, brings heat to the water, boils it up. You add the ingredients to that water and let it sit there, and it slowly simmers and becomes tea. And then you pour it through this opening in the front into a cup. This is a typical Kashmiri cup called khasu, and you pour it in, and then you hold it with the stem at the bottom, like the way you hold the wine
Yes.
glasses, and that's how you sip it slowly. And it can be the samavar is either copper or brass, depending on what size you have and how much money you want to spend. But typically, Kahwa is made in these samavars and served in these samavars. That's the tradition in Kashmir.
Okay. So the water is boiled
I would boil it a little more. The color becomes more
yellow.
yellowish saffron
Yellowish,
color.
golden,
And
green.
you see, samavar we have here is of paper mache.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
That's a showpiece actually to show. And Kashmir is known for its handicrafts.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
then paper mache is another handicraft that they have, unique to that place, and is known for all the artwork. Kashmir is the crown of India. It's at the height of about 5,000 plus feet from the sea level. But it's surrounded by mountains, the Himalayan mountains on all sides. It's a valley. And the good thing about the valley is it has all 4 seasons.
Ah,
Beautiful pine trees, tall pine trees on those majestic mountains. And then you have the lakes, freshwater lakes and rivers.
Nice.
It's beautiful. With the changing seasons, you get to see all the weathers.
Yeah, I'm going to put some cinnamon stick in it.
You can see
And
why you're
have-
so comfortable in New
Yeah.
England.
and half a teaspoon of ground cardamom. And just after one boil,
which has happened right now.
yes, I'll take.
Oh, you don't
very
measure? You don't take a spoon to measure?
The tea and the tea leaf is very
Strong.
very strong. So you have to take a very little, like a half a teaspoon.
Like a pinch, yeah.
Not even pinch, like a half a
No,
teaspoon.
a pinch per person.
Per person, half a teaspoon, and you crush it.
Oh, wow.
And you put in there.
And let it come to a boil.
So, are we ready to pour?
Yep, tea is ready to be poured.
Tea is ready to be poured. Oh, that looks delicious.
And we can put.
See the color from the saffron and the tea leaves, golden yellow.
Makes it that much more special.
Yes.
Do you want to pass the 1 cup from there?
Sure.
Okay, you made a little bit more than 4 cups, but I'm sure it's going to be finished.
Oh, yes.
What can I say? We have color, we have smell. I'm sure we're going to have taste. You're going to point out to each one to tell me exactly what you made while you serve your good husband some food.
Okay. So, let's start. White rice that we can serve.
And it was done with good love and affection and everything else. So you can smell it and you can definitely assure that you taste it too.
Okay. White rice is ready. And then we can have Dum Aloo. This goes here. And then we can have apple and eggplant. And we can put red chili on top.
Looks delicious already, the way you're serving it too.
And then we can have lotus root. Little curry on top. This curry is very yummy, or yogurt, and then we can have chutney. That will digest everything. We can put chutney here.
And actually
then
for
we can
appetizers to begin the meal,
Yes,
the lotus
the
root.
crunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, the plate is ready, and after that we can have Sanjay
Thank
and
you
taste
so
it.
much. So as you can see, very colorful plate with so many different dishes which are typical of Kashmir. The lotus root, it's called Nadur Yakhean. The Dum Aloo is typical to the land from the potatoes. The apple is a fruit, and the eggplant, a vegetable, a combination of that with green chilies, and the fritters again of the lotus root. And then also in the end you have the raita, which is made of the daikon, which is the radish in yogurt with some black seeds, cumin seeds, and beautiful. It smells great, it looks great, it's appealing and appeasing. I can't wait to get started. And to finish it off, there is the Kehwa tea made of saffron and Kehwa leaves, which is
With cardamoms and
cinnamon sticks, and as well as the almonds for the crunch. Everything has something crunchy actually, so that you don't only eat delicious food for your the nourishment of your body, but also to enhance your thinking, to get great ideas about living, and
True.
gaining good knowledge and transferring that knowledge to everybody else, like she has done today.
Yes. Thank
I hope you like it and the audience like it, and it was really nice to be here and getting this opportunity. Thank you so much.
You want to try? The proof of the pudding is in the tasting.
Oh yeah, sure, of course.
And as we're taken all the way to Kashmir today.
Of course, let me add a little bit of gravy to everything, because I love to have food with some gravy in it.
We're going to use the measuring spoon here to get some of your gravy.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Please. No, that's okay.
That's good?
Yeah, that's enough.
Yes, we were transported all the way to Kashmir.
Kashmir, yes.
Today.
We all were.
Wow. It is great.
Good.
It is excellent.
Takes you back to your childhood.
It takes me back to my roots, my homeland Kashmir, and takes me back to my memories of growing up there and having this meal when my mom used to cook, and after we got married, my wife cooks for me, so great. But I tend to help.
Yes, you were a
Big help.
great help.
Big help. Yeah.
Sanjay, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Or today.
It's so good. I love it.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, Bella.
Thank you so much.
And I am your host, Hamsha Naidu. Always, this is Flavourful Eats, always available on ActonTV.org or our YouTube page. And any comments, recipes are going to be provided. Any comments, you could write to flavorfuleats@gmail.com. And always remember, nutritious food gives good health. Cooked with love is the best way.
Yes.
So we meet again. I'm your host,
Thank you.
Hamsha Naidu. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.